Hi BFC members, thanks for joining me for another week of Pilates. I hope you guys all had a fantastic Memorial Day weekend, got out there, enjoyed the sun, maybe perhaps barbecued and ate some really delicious food. That being said, we're going to be back in the swing of things here, working out, getting our sweat on, and feeling nice and strong. So if you're ready, go ahead and grab your mat, your two small props. We need 2 to 3 pounds. We're going to be doing a lot of upper body work today. This will be a heavily focused upper extremity workout. Let's get started. We'll get right into it. Today we're going to start seated. So sit however is going to be comfortable for you. We'll sit crisscross applesauce and just have those weights handy because we'll get to them momentarily. But we're just going to start with our hands placed on top of our knees. We're going to take a big inhale in through the nose. Feel those ribs expand like a big balloon. And then on your exhale, squeeze all that stale air out of your lungs. We'll do 2 breaths like that. So big inhale in through the nose, ribs expand. And then strong, forceful exhale, squeeze all that stale air out of the mouth. And again, one more time, big inhale in. Exhale, belly breezes. Good. Then we'll start by moving our head down, lower our chin to our chest, and back to center. Then raise your chin towards the ceiling, and then back to center. And again, chin to chest. Feel the stretch in the back of the neck, and center, and up, and center. Then looking over your right shoulder, and center, and looking over your left shoulder, and center. One more time to the right, and center, and left, and center. Then we are going to tilt the right ear towards the right shoulder, feeling that stretch through the side of the neck. I'm sure it's tight from all the sitting and staring at our computers and phones. Tilt your left ear to your left shoulder. I hope it's not, but there's a good chance it is. And coming back up. And one more time, just the head, not the spine. And center. And then last time to the left. And center. Good. All right, now that our neck's nice and warmed up, let's start by mobilizing those shoulders. Bring those shoulders up to those ears, rolling up, down, and back. A little circular movement. And then let's reverse it. Big shoulder shrugs. And one more time. All right, good. Let's grab those weights or water bottles, whatever it is you've got. Arms come down by our sides, palms of the hands facing forward. Exhale, we lift the arms up to shoulder height. Inhale to come back down to the side of the hips. Exhales up to shoulder height. Inhales back down to the sides of the hips. So while we're moving throughout this exercise, I want you to remember to keep your neck relaxed. And your breathing is going to be helpful for keeping the neck muscles at ease. So exhale, lift the arms. Inhale, lower the arms. Remembering those postural muscles are super helpful here. Feeling the muscles along your spine. Feeling the deepest layer of your abs kicking in. On your next one, keep your arms lifted at shoulder height and hold it. Feel the bottoms of your shoulder blades gliding away from the ears. Neck nice and long. Small pulses of the arms up and down a few inches here. Keeping the elbows a little bit bent so they're not locked out. And then let's start with little circles from the shoulder. And reversing it. You should be feeling this through the shoulders, through the biceps. Little pulses up and down again for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the elbows in. Take a quick breath. If you need to adjust how you're sitting, feel free to do so, especially if you're really tight. You can have straight legs. You can also kneel if necessary. Our next variation, we're going to bring our arms out to the side, palms of the hands facing in towards us. We're going to lift the arms up to shoulder height and then back down to the mat. Exhale, shoulder height. Inhale, back down to the mat. Spine is long, chest is lifted. Feeling the strength stemming from our back, not from our neck. So definitely want something light, like 2 to 3 pounds. Keep those arms up, hold it. Small pulses, finding that inner strength. Small circles. And reversing it. Make sure your body's not wiggling and wobbling. Small pulses again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And breathe. Shake it out. We got one more set here. This last set is going to be for our rotator cuff muscle group, so all the muscles that make up the back of the shoulder joint. We're going to bring our arms into a little bench press position, palms facing forward. From here, you're going to rotate your forearm down so that it's parallel to the ground, and then back up. So the shoulders and elbows kind of stay in the same spot, and the weight just teeters down and back up. Hang in there. Opening up those elbows. We'll keep those elbows bent like so. Now we're going to close the arms, bring them in front of us, and then open it back out. Palms of the hands will face you when your hands are in front of you, and then palms of the hands will face me when your arms are opened. Again, notice what's happening to your torso. Make sure you're not shifting forward and back throughout this movement. Try not to disturb anything else. Keeping those arms out to the side in your bench press position. Let's go all the way up and then back to our bench press. Exhale up, inhale down. Last variation. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job, you guys. You can set those props off to the side. We'll come back to them in a moment. And let's make our way onto all fours. So we'll bring our shoulders above our wrists. We'll bring our hips above our knees. Taking an inhale through the nose, tilt your tail, lift your gaze for cow. Exhale, round your spine, push the ground away for cat, looking toward your thighs. Inhale, tilt the tail, lift the chest, draw the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, round the spine, push the ground away, looking toward your thighs. Lengthen your spine out to a neutral position. Grab onto one of your props, one of your weights with your right hand. From here, we're going to extend the right arm and the left leg. Holding it in this position, start with small pulses of the arm and the leg together, up and down a couple inches. You're looking down, keeping the back of your neck long, in line with your spine. Keeping a soft bend in your left elbow, so it's not hyperextended. Then we're going to round the spine, pull the elbow and knees together, curl into a tight ball. Inhale, reach it back out. Exhale, round the spine, pull the elbow and knee together. Inhale, reach it back out. Exhale, and inhale. Last time, stay extended, reach nice and long. From here, you're gonna rotate your right hand so it faces down towards the ground. Open the right arm to the side, and then back in front of you. To the side, back in front of you. In a perfect world, your arm remains at the same level, like it's skimming above the surface of water. Be mindful that your left leg is still straight, it hasn't fallen down. And keeping that right arm to the side, give me small pulses of the arm and the leg. Small circles. Belly is tight to prevent wiggling. And reverse it. Hold the leg still. With your right hand, you're going to sweep your hand to your tush, back out to the side. To the tush, palm faces you, back out to the side, palm faces down. So we're changing the position of our wrist. Hang in there. Everything should be burning. Keep the hand at the tush, hold it, pulse the arm and the leg. Check in with your supporting arm, push away from the floor. Hold the leg still, give me baby tricep kickbacks. Gently bend and extend through that right elbow, keeping your right elbow frozen at your waist. Good. And then keeping the right arm straight, flip it so the right palm faces the ground and pulse the arm and the leg together. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, you guys. Let's go ahead and take it into a child's pose. Set your hips to your heels. Reach your arms really far forward. And then when you're ready, shift yourself back up to all fours, and we'll do the other side. So we'll have the weight in our left hand. We're going to extend the right leg behind us, and we'll start by pulsing the left arm and the right leg. Keeping your supporting shoulder above your wrist. Wide fingers on the floor. Rounding the spine, pull the elbow, knee together, curl into a tight ball. Inhale, reach back out. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, reach the spine. Bring your head with you. Next time, stay extended, reach nice and long. From here, you're going to open your arm out to the side and then back and front. Let's keep the palm of the hand facing the ground the whole time. Imagine that you're skimming your arm above the surface of water. Don't touch the water, just skim it. That right leg is still nice and straight behind you, toes pointed. Hang in there. And keeping that left arm out to the side, pulse it. Circle it. Reverse it. Hold the leg still. Sweep your hand to your tush, palm faces you, then back out to the side, palm faces down. So to the hip, back to the side. Arm stays above that imaginary pool of water. Really dig deep, hang in there. And keep your hand at your tush, pulse the arm and the leg together. Grand finale. Do a mental scan, make sure everything is still properly aligned. Let's do little tricep kickbacks. No extra work, just little tricep kickbacks. And then flipping that palm of the hand down to face the ground. Give me small pulses from the shoulder and from the hip. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, you guys. You can ditch that prop, set your hips to your heels. Big child's pose, reaching those arms forward in front of you. And then we'll go ahead and shift ourselves up to an all fours position once again. From here, tuck the toes underneath you, lift the hips up, take downward facing dog. Pedal out, alternating, bending those knees. Stretch out your calves and your hamstrings, taking any movements that feel nice. And then we're going to bring our feet together, big toes to touch. Take your shoulders sliding forward above your wrist. You might need to walk your hands forward a little bit more to come into a properly positioned plank. Wide fingers, soft suction cup underneath the palm of the hands, soft elbows. If you have wrist issues, feel free to lower down to elbows and forearms. Your back is straight, collarbone is wide. From this position, lift up your right foot 2 inches, put it back down, and then switch. Alternate slowly. Stay right on top of your hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the knees down. Take a brief child's pose, hips to heels. Shifting into a modified plank, so coming onto the knees together, feet lift up off the floor. From here, take 5 tricep push-ups with your elbows grazing the sides of the ribs. Of course, if you wanted to take it up to the feet to make this harder, you can, but it's always better to do the push-ups modified if you're going to do them poorly. in the advanced version. When you finish 5, take it back into your child's pose. We'll do another set here. So when you're ready, press yourself back up into your plank position, either on the knees or on the feet, your choice. Just make sure they're good. 5 slow tricep push-ups. Elbows come to the sides of the ribs. You're going slow. Leading with your chest. Squeezing your buns. And when you finish those 5, press it back into a child's pose, hips to heels. Shifting up to all 4s, tuck the toes under. Let's come into a downward facing dog. Pedal out again. Bring the feet together. Take the shoulders, slide them forward above the wrist, coming into our high plank. Now we're going to draw one knee to the opposite elbow, press it out, and then switch. Opposite knees to opposite elbows. Try not to let anything else move except your legs. Good stillness through the upper body. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last time, hold the plank. Place the knees down, child's pose, hips to heels. Back into our modified plank position for 5 more fun push-ups. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. 3, last 2. Last time, press it back into that child's pose. Your arms should be on fire. Okay, shifting back up to all 4s. Tuck the toes, downward dog. So much fun. Pedal it out. Breathe while you can. Feet come together. Take your shoulders, come forward, high plank. Check in. Wide collarbone. Draw the same knee to the same elbow. Press it out and then switch. So right to right, left to left. Do the best you can not to let anything else move except those legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the plank. Place the knees down. You made it, child's pose. One more set, 5 tricep push-ups. Here we go, wide fingers, we're all in this together. Inhale down, exhale up. Buns of steel, don't forget about them. When you finish, I think I have one more. Child's pose, hips to heels. Alrighty guys, we need both of our weights. It's arm day. Thursday we did leg day, so today is arms. We're gonna lay down onto our belly, all the way with your weights. Please note that you can always ditch the weights at any time if this is too intense, okay? Because there's certain positions where we lift our arms that it can be a little iffy if you've got shoulder issues, so just be mindful of that. To start, we'll bring our arms down by our legs, and our legs are about as wide as our mat. You're gonna have, if you have a dumbbell, I want the head of the dumbbell into the mat like so. The first thing you're gonna do is draw your shoulders down your back. You're just hovering a few, like an inch off the mat. From this position, we're going to lift the arms and the chest up a little bit higher, but have this energy that you're reaching back, trying to touch your knees, and then slowly lower all the way back down. Again, unhunch the shoulders first, set them down the back, then lift the chest and reach, reach, reach like you're trying to touch your knees, and then slowly come all the way back down. 2 more like that. Draw the shoulders down. Inhale, lift, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, lower it down. 1 more time like that. Draw the shoulders down, lift, reach, and lower it all the way down. On this next one, we're going to stay in that lifted position. So draw your shoulders down, lift your chest, lift your arms, hold, pulse the arms up and down a few inches. Little pulses. Even weight should be felt through the 2 hip bones and that pubic bone. Legs are down. Flip the palms of the hands to face the ground and give me small pulses here. Lift your chest slightly higher. Don't forget to look down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath, rest. Whew. Triceps should have felt that, as well as all the muscles along your spine, of course. So now we're gonna bring the arms out to the side. So they're gonna be out. I don't have a floor here, I'm up on a reformer. But pretend I'm on the floor. Your hands are also on the floor. You're gonna lift up your chest and the arms, and then come back down. You're gonna lift everything up and come back down. So it's essentially the same exercise we were just doing, just with the arms to the side. Remember those key points, even pressure through the pelvis. 3 more, it's a longer lever here, so it's gonna be a little harder. 2, this last one we're gonna hold it. Hold, hold, hold. Pulse those arms like your little birdie trying to flap its wings. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest, take a breath. This last one, in my opinion at least, is gonna be the hardest. So again, just be mindful if you need to ditch your weights. I don't know if you guys can see my hands. So our arms are gonna come forward in front of us. My hands and feet are about as wide as the mat, and my dumbbell is vertical. I'm going to lift, we're gonna incorporate the legs. We're going to lift the arms, legs, and chest up, and put it all back down. Lift it all up, and put it all down. And as much as you're lifting upwards, I want you to feel that you're growing longer. So we're not just jarring into our back here, we're actually lengthening. Lift and lower. Let's go for 3 and 2. The last one, you're gonna hold it here. Reach, point your toes. 5, 4, holding, 3, 2, 1. Set the weights down, plant the palms under your shoulders, press it back into a child's pose, releasing your spine. Feel free to wiggle your hips side to side. Take a breath. All right, good job, you guys. Okay, let's go ahead, come into an all fours position. Tuck the toes, reset in a downward dog. Paddle out. Now you're gonna keep your feet apart and come forward into a high plank. Shoulders above the wrists, our feet are apart. So almost about as wide as my mat. Again, you can do this on the knees if you'd like a modification. From this position, we come down. Right elbow, then back up. Right hand, left hand. Right, left, right, left. I want you to do 5 like that. 5 like that. This is what it looks like modified. 1 more. And then you're gonna reverse it. So left, right, 5 times. Knees are apart, feet are apart, which will help you to minimize the amount of swaying side to side. 1 more, I believe. And then when you finish, press back into your child's pose, hips to heels, breathe. Shifting back up into a modified plank, knees together, feet together, 5 tricep push-ups. Inhale down, exhale up. We'll have to count how many at the end of class we did. We're probably gonna get close to 100. I don't know, we'll see. Once you finish 5, child's pose it, grab some water if you need to take a second to breathe. Nice job, you guys. Okay, let's come onto our bottom with our weights. We're gonna be doing our roll down series, so feel free to scooch forward to the front of your mat so you have enough space to lay down onto your back in a second. We're gonna hold our props at our chest like so, with the elbows wide to the side. We're gonna take an inhale, grow tall through the spine. Exhale, curl back into a C curve. From there, roll yourself up and over like you're rolling over a beach ball, and then restack the spine. So that's 1 set. Exhale, roll it down about 1/4 to halfway. Inhale to flex forward. and then restack the spine. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, restack. 2 more. Inhale, flex. Restack. 1 more time. Flex and restack. Advancing it next step. Roll it down. Extend the arms to the side. Bring them back in. Forward fold and then restack. Roll it down. Arms open. Arms close. Forward fold and restack. Couple more like that. Roll it down. Open. Close. Forward fold. Restack. 1 more time. Roll it down. Open. Close. Round forward. Restack. Advancing it 1 more step. Roll it down. Extend the arms out. Lift the arms up. Open the arms out. Bring them back in. Forward fold and restack. 4 more. Roll it down. Arms open. Arms lift. Arms open. Back to the chest. Forward fold and restack. Nice and fancy. 3 more. Roll it down. Open. Abs of steel. Back to the chest. Forward fold. Restack. We got 2 more. Breathe. Make the abs support you. Last time. Arms lift. Arms lower. Back to the chest. Forward fold and restack. Excellent job. Shake it out if you need to. Whew. Okay. Next time, let's have the arms start at the chest again. We're going to roll down just 1/4 of the way. From here, we alternate punching 1 weight, twist, come back to center. Punch to the other side, twist, back to center. One of your biggest goals here is to keep your legs still and together. And then notice that your shoulders, when you twist, they're level. So we're not here. They're totally level across. If you want, you can start to move a little bit quicker as long as you don't start to mess with those legs. Yeah, keep them together, keep them still. And then you can start to kind of crawl up a little bit with those weights, reaching higher and higher, and then start to crawl it back down, reaching progressively lower, back down to shoulder height. And then again, start to go up, just the arms are lifting. And then you can start to go progressively lower. 1 more time, crawling those arms up. And then start to crawl those arms down. Come to the center, extend the arms forward, hold it, palms face in towards each other. Take an inhale in through the nose without changing anything. Exhale with amazing control, roll all the way down to your back. Inhale, bring those arms up to the ceiling. Legs come up to a tabletop position. Establish an imprint with your lower back. From here, palms are facing forward. Exhale as you lift up, press the arms down by your sides to a hover. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale as you chest lift, bring the arms close to the mat. Inhale to lower back down. Add your legs. As you lift up, extend the legs out straight. Inhale, lower down. Again, exhale. And inhale. And 2 more. Good job, you guys. Last one, we're going to stay up here. Hold it. Pump the arms similar to that of the 100s. Breathing in through the nose for 5, out through the mouth for 5. Higher legs is easier if you need it. Definitely make sure you're working in that imprint. Last big inhale in through the nose. Exhale to come back to tabletop, hands to the outsides of the shins. Take an inhale, reach the arms and legs away. Exhale, circle the arms to the shins. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, circle around to the shins. Again, inhale, reach away. Exhale, circle. This last one, hold it. Arms and legs are out. Give me small pulses. 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees in toward your chest. Take a nice deep breath. Rock those hips side to side. Decompress your lower back for a moment. We're going to give our abs a little break. We're going to say hello to our legs. So place your feet flat on the floor, about 4 or 5 inches. We still have our weights in our hands. From this position, extend the arms straight to the ceiling, palms facing in. Taking an exhale, you're going to imprint the lower back and begin to roll the hips up into a spinal bridge. Inhale at the top of your spinal bridge. Exhale, slowly articulate your spine back down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Little inhale at the bottom. Exhale, engage the glutes. Roll the hips up. Inhale at the top to stay. And then an exhale to slowly roll the hips back down. This next bridge, we're going to be staying lifted. And we'll start to add our arms. So you're going to take an inhale to bend the elbows into a 90-degree angle. Exhale, reach back up. Inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale, reach back up. So the glutes and the hamstrings are going to be busy working to keep our pelvis lifted. Our abs are going to be working to help keep the pelvis level, so it doesn't start to tilt towards one side. Then do your best to keep your neck nice and long, your chin away from your chest. And we'll keep those elbows bent in a sharp 90-degree angle. From here, the heels lift and lower. Lift and lower. Feel that most of your weight stays towards your big and your second toe, so your ankles don't roll out to the side. And keeping your heels lifted high, give me small pelvic thrust. If it feels like your feet are getting really far away from you, feel free to pull them back, closer to your bum. Extend those arms all the way straight. From here, you're going to bend the elbows, lower the heels down to the floor. The elbows also come down to the floor. Then reach it all back up. So we inhale, tap the elbows. Exhale, lift the elbows. Inhale down. Exhale up. If you need to take a break at any time, come down, reset, feel free. If you're still going strong, great job. Hang in there. Be careful your knees stay straight. They don't start to flare out to the sides. Then let's start to alternate the arms, as well as alternating the heels. So one heel is up, one arm is up. Extend both arms up, lower your heels down. Take a second to lift the pelvis higher. Soften the elbows like you're holding a long beach ball. From here, inhale, open the arms to the side. Exhale, up over the chest. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. It should really be burning by now. Hang in there, we are almost done. Buns of steel. Light arms, which we should be thankful for, because we still got more to go. Hang in there. Keep the arms wide to the side. Give me small pulses of those arms. Keep the arms holding still. Pulse the hips. Pelvic thrust. Keep the hips high. Pulse only the arms. And hold the arms still. Pulse only the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, lift up even higher, lift the weights, take a nice inhale, make sure everything is anchored away from those ears. Exhale, roll the spine all the way down. You can set those weights down right next to you because we'll come back to them. Bring 2 straight legs up to the ceiling, chest lift up, grab your calves. Flex your feet, take this into leg scissors, grab one leg as the other leg lowers away. Enjoying that stretch. That was a really long bridge, so give me a good stretch on those backs of those legs. Chin stays close to the chest. Lower back stays flat. Couple more. All right, coming down all the way onto your back. Grab your weights with your hands. From here, legs to tabletop. And we'll go ahead and curl ourselves up into a chest lift.
palms of the hands facing in towards you. We inhale, open the arms out to the side to create a letter T. Exhale to come to the hips, extend the legs out straight. Inhale, letter T. Exhale, straight. Inhale, T. Exhale, straight. The hardest part of this exercise is to not let your upper body lower down as your arms open out to the side. Of course, if you're really struggling with this and your neck, you can keep your head down. But ultimately, it's just the arms and legs moving. Hang in there, not much longer. Last time, hold it, arms and legs are straight. From here, open and close only the legs. Keep the legs together, open and close only the arms, just a smidge, slightly wider than the mat. Now alternate, just the legs, just the arms, just the legs, just the arms. 3, 2, 1 more. And then hug those knees in. Nice job, you guys. Rock side to side. Releasing that spine, releasing those abs. Okay. 2 straight legs along the mat, arms coming up, palms facing forward. Flex your feet. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Roll yourself all the way up. Inhale, sitting tall. Exhale, roll it down. These weights are assisting us at this point. This should be a little break. And again, exhale, roll it up. Inhale, sitting tall. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale, arms to the sky. Last time, exhale, roll it all the way up. And take a nice big forward fold over those legs. Set the props off to the side for a second. Meet me on your knees, facing sideways on your mat. Good. Once you're here, you're gonna go ahead and kick off one leg off to the side, and then place the other hand onto the floor. From here, you can either choose to use your prop or not, totally up to you. Since this is an arm, upper body focused workout, I'm gonna use it. In this position, we're going to lift the arm and leg up together and down together. Up and down. Notice the arm is not lifting very high, just so that it becomes parallel to the ground. Keeping everything slightly lifted. Small pulses from the shoulder, from the hip. Soft supporting elbow. And small circles from the shoulder, from the hip. And reverse it. So your glutes should be talking to you. Your deltoid should be talking to you. From here, flip the palm of your hand up to face the ceiling. Bend the elbow, bend the knee in, press it out. Bend and press. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and place that foot down, press yourself up. If you can hold your weight like this, do it, or whatever you potentially have, like a water bottle. See if you can hold it like this. From this position, we're going to inhale to lean the body. Then from here, stay here. You're gonna reach your arms up, back to the chest, and then come back up. I know it's a tough one. Lean, hold it there. Arms go up, back to the chest, and then up. If it's too intense, feel free to ditch the prop, or another nice variation is to reach forward instead of upwards, so this would look like that. Again, honor your body, do what you can. We don't have much more to go, let's do 2 more. Inhale, lean, exhale, reach, bend, rise. Last time, inhale, bend, exhale, reach, bend, and rise. Great job, you guys. Stay here. We are going to do an exercise. It's called side bend. It's basically a side plank that goes into a side bend. So what we're going to do is come into a side plank with the legs staggered. So my top foot's to the front, my bottom foot's towards the back, and then with my weight up to the sky. Feel free to ditch it if you want. This is the position we are always going to come back to, so don't go any lower than this. From here, I want you to push away from the ground, create a big rainbow arc. My top arm came up and over by my head, and then I come back into our nice starting point. Again, exhale, push away from the ground, nice lateral flexion, and then inhale to come back to where you were. 3 more like that, because these are really tough. All we need is a total of 5. Give me 2 more. Nice job, you guys. Last time, you know you're gonna hold that side plank. Press through the tips of your fingers, squeeze your legs tight, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently lower yourself down. Awesome job, you guys. Shake it out if you need to, especially those wrists. And then we'll do the other side. Kicking that leg off to the side. One hand on the floor, in line with your knee that's also on the floor. Arm comes to the leg to start, head is tilted. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. It's kind of strange that the glute exercise is our break today. Leaving our upper body to get a little breather. Arms are gonna look good. Next time, stay lifted, hold. Small pulses. They're gonna look good and they're gonna feel good, most importantly. Little circles from the shoulder, from the hip. Slow and steady, laser precision, accuracy, what we're going for. And reverse it. Head is tilted, supporting elbow is soft. Flip the palm of your hand up to face the ceiling. Bend the knee, bend the elbow, press it out. My foot is flexed. I'm thinking of sending the line of energy down the back of my leg, out through that heel. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press yourself up, setting that foot down onto the floor, holding your prop long ways if you have that capability. From here, we take an inhale, we bend into our diagonal position. Arms extend upwards, come back to the chest, and then up. And again, bend, extend the arms up, bend the elbows, and arrive. Lean, reach, bend, rise. 3 more. Remember, you can modify by reaching forward instead of overhead. 1 more. And rise. Good, then taking it into our side bend exercise. I know the last one seems like that should be the name of it, but it's not. This one is our side bend. We come into our side plank. The top foot is the one to the front, the bottom leg is the one to the back. You create a nice straight line, hand to hand, flexed feet. You can always modify by bicycle kickstanding if necessary. This is totally acceptable. And from here, we're pushing away from the ground, coming into a nice rainbow arc, and then coming back into your side plank. Push away from the ground, try not to twist, just bend. So some of us are more flexible through our waist than others. This will look different on everybody. You do you. Exhale, bend. 2 more. Feeling it through the waist. Last time, then we're gonna hold that side plank, long arms, tight tush. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and carefully place those knees down. Give yourself a good child's pose here. Big toes together, wide knees, reaching those hands far forward in front of you. Wiggle those hips side to side. Then take both of your hands and crawl them over to the right hand side. Let your hips lean towards the left side. And crawling both of your hands over to the left hand side, let your hips lean to the right hand side. Good. Then coming back to center, walk your hands onto your knees, and then we'll make our way to a seated position. We're gonna stretch our arms today, so changing it up a little bit. So sitting however is gonna be most comfortable for you. Very traditional, you're gonna take your right arm out to the side, bring it across your chest, With your left elbow, you're gonna hook it, pull it tight to the body. My hand is slightly lower, my right hand is slightly lower than my shoulder. You should feel it all along the outside of that right arm, through the tricep, through the deltoid. Feel free to sit however is most comfortable. Straight legs is fine. If you want to stand up and do this, that's also fine. With the same right arm, you're going to lift it up so that the elbow is by your temple. You're going to use your left hand, grab onto your elbow, and pull it, sliding your right fingertips between your two shoulder blades. Try not to excessively arch your back. Keep your belly tight, keep your ribs tight, neck muscles easy. Then with that same right hand, you're going to place your right hand right on top of your head. Tilt your right ear towards your right shoulder. Left fingertips are going to just hover a smidge off of the floor. You're going to really reach like you're trying to grab something with those left fingertips so that you're hopefully feeling a stretch from your earlobe down the side of your neck, down your arm, and out through your finger. And easing up on that neck. Let's switch sides completely. So reach your left arm out, bring it across the chest. Right arm's gonna catch it and pull it tight. Make sure we're not stretching up here with our shoulders all up in the ears. That's why your left hand is gonna be a little lower than your shoulder. Good. So stay here, take some nice deep breaths. Pay attention to your posture, even when you're stretching. Take your left elbow up by your temple. Take your right fingertips onto your left elbow and slide your left fingertips down your back between those two shoulder blades. Then you're gonna sit nice and tall, connect the ribs. Try not to excessively arch your back. Then we'll bring our left hand on top of our head, tilt the left ear to the left shoulder. Right fingertips are gonna hover just off the mat, maybe an inch or two. You're gonna feel a long stretch all down the side of the neck, out through those fingers. Super important to stretch out your neck. It's always like, oh, stretch your hip flexors, stretch your quads, stretch your calves, but nobody ever talks about your neck. Well, hopefully some people do, but including myself, we forget about it sometimes. All right, relax your neck, bring your hands onto your knees. Let's just take some nice shoulder shrugs, roll them up, down, and back. 2 times, one way. And then when you're ready, reverse it 2 times. And then just to finish it off, bring your arms down by your side, sweep them all the way up overhead, hands coming into heart center. One more time, arms come down, all the way up, lift the chest, exhale, hands to heart center. You guys are all done. Thank you so much. Great job today. I hope your arms are feeling good. And I'll see you guys next week.